Have you ever wondered how to build your own computer? Well, it's simpler than you might think and such a useful skill to have. You just need a few basic components: a processor, which is like the brain of the computer, a motherboard, which connects everything together, some memory to keep the computer speedy, storage for your files, a power supply to keep everything running, and a case to keep it all safe. Ready to become a computer whiz? Keep watching. First things first, to build a computer, you need the right parts. Think of these parts as the ingredients of a delicious cake. Each one has a special role to play. The motherboard is like the cake base, holding everything together. The CPU, or central processing unit, is the brain, doing all the thinking. The RAM, or the random access memory, helps the CPU think faster. And the hard drive? That's where all your files, games, and programs live. Choosing the right parts is like picking the tastiest ingredients for your cake. You want to make sure that the parts are good quality, suitable for your needs, and importantly, compatible with each other. It's like making sure your ingredients work well together to bake the perfect cake. You can purchase these parts from electronic stores or online. Always remember to read the specifications and reviews before buying. Once you have all your parts, you're ready to start building. Now comes the fun part, putting it all together. Our first step is to install the processor on the motherboard. This might sound complicated, but it's actually quite simple. The processor is the brain of your computer, and it fits into a special slot on the motherboard. It's all about lining it up correctly and gently placing it in. Remember, this is the brain of our computer, so we want to treat it with care. Next, we're going to install the memory. These are long, thin pieces that slide into slots on the motherboard. It's a bit like putting together a puzzle. Each piece has a specific place where it fits. So, we'll gently slide these into their slots until they click into place. Now, it's time to secure the motherboard into the case. The case is the body of our computer, holding all the parts together. To secure the motherboard, we'll align it with the screw holes in the case and then tighten the screws. Make sure not to over-tighten. We don't want to damage the motherboard. Once the motherboard is secure, we're going to install the storage. This is where all your files, games, and programs will live. Depending on your storage type, it will either slide into a slot or need to be screwed in place. Finally, we're going to connect the power supply. This is what brings our computer to life. We'll connect the power supply to the motherboard and other components like the storage and the processor. It's important to make sure everything is connected properly so that it all works together seamlessly. And there we have it. We've put together the main components of our computer. Of course, there's still a lot more to do, like installing the operating system, but we're off to a great start. With the parts all connected, we're almost there. It's time to see if your hard work has paid off. Now that everything is assembled, let's get your computer ready for its first test run. First things first, we need to connect a monitor, keyboard, and mouse. The monitor is your window into the world of computing, and the keyboard and mouse are your tools for navigating it. So grab the cables that came with your monitor and plug them into the back of your computer. For the keyboard and mouse, find the USB ports on your computer and plug them in. Easy peasy, right? Now comes the moment of truth. Press the power button on your computer. If everything is connected properly, you should see your computer come to life. But don't panic if it doesn't. Troubleshooting is part of the process. Check your connections, make sure all your parts are seated properly, and remember, patience is key. And there you have it, your very own self-built computer. Building a computer might seem difficult, but as you've seen, it's a process anyone can master with a little patience. We've gone from gathering parts to assembling the computer and finally testing it out. It's a journey filled with discovery and accomplishment. So why not try building your own computer? If you run into any hiccups, don't hesitate to ask questions in the comments. Congratulations on your new computer. Remember, if you can build a computer, you can do anything. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep building.